my mom was a UT fan, my dad was a USC fan, so that was the only rivalry I knew, back when I was growing up. I didn't really know about this one.
How has it evolved since you've been here then?
The city is involved, it's crazy. Just our fans are crazy, man. Greatest fans in the nation. Just seeing them guys and them the young men and women out here in this town, just hyped up and excited for the game is crazy.
Does that make it, with everybody so hyped up, does that make it a bigger game for you? Do you feel that?
Every game is a big game to me. For myself, for the team, and, for my family. Every game is a big game. Can't underestimate anybody.
Ramon, your freshman year, this was a huge game for not just you, your entire freshman class. I think you guys had 9 or 10 guys out there as true freshmen. You guys were kind of thrown into the fire that year. What's kind of the memories that come to mind of this game your freshman year?
Just my freshman year period was just, I'm still side by side with Trey Flowers. It's crazy, We were showing the guys, the younger guys, yesterday we were watching film, we were showing them some tape from 2014, just showing them how all of us were freshmen, and we had Stearns, sophomore, KP was the only veteran in that back end. So it's just crazy how we matured together. Now that Stearns is going, it's still me and Trey, but we talk about that all the time. That's something that we'll never forget.
What did that whole year, going through a 5-game losing streak, which I think the last 2 years you guys have only lost 7 games combined. And what did that whole year, I think, did that set some things in motion for you guys to learn from it?
Yeah, we learned from it. It's crazy. We experience and we learn, and me and Trey talk about it all the time. We always tell each other it can never get as bad as it got our freshman year. It can never get as worse. It can never be as hard as it was our freshman year. We learned so much from that, and we talk about it because it's like it's crazy. It's like we can't see that again. Like it can never get as bad as it was, but it's great. Now we laugh about it because we learn from it. And if you ask them about it, we were talking about this yesterday. It's crazy. It's just a great experience. At the time, obviously not, but now that we look back at it, it was a great experience.
You mentioned learning, continuing in your sophomore year. I mean, what would you do differently if you would go back to starting your sophomore year?
Nothing. I wouldn't do anything different because I wouldn't be the person I am right now.
Talk to me about your new cereal tradition, man.
I saw at Lights on Stillwater that night. I saw some people had a cereal bar, so I told everybody that every week I get an interception, I'm gonna go out there and give some cereal.
Yeah. Did you give out cereal this week already?
I haven't yet. I had some complications yesterday, but I will tonight actually.
All right, cool. Where at?
Yeah, I don't know yet.
Okay, can you put it on Twitter or something?
I don't be on Twitter anymore.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't be on Twitter anymore.
All
so
right. Well, where can we find that information? Because I'm gonna try and come film you later.
Okay. Library Lawn.
Right.
Library Lawn.
Library Lawn.
Yes, sir. Library Lawn.
Cool. I'm filming the Poker Report this week, the sports show.
Yes, sir.
So put you a little feature on there.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
It seems like you mentioned you guys being around here for so long. It seems like Baker's been around for like at least 11 years or something. Do you ever get tired of playing against a guy like that? It's just so wear you out mentally and like.
No, I don't get tired of playing.
That's what everyone keeps saying. Why is that?
I have no idea why they say that. It's a lot of guys in this league who's been in this league 4 going on 5 years. Justin Stockton is another guy who I've seen. He came in with me. We were friends back in San Antonio. So there's a lot of guys in this league that's been here 4 or 5 years. So it's just that's my only comment on that.
What did you take away from a guy like Baker who just wears his emotion on his sleeve? I mean, you do too, but I guess how do you combat a guy like that?
There's a lot of guys on this team I see every day that wear their emotion on their sleeves. I line up against guys, Mason, James. I line up next to Magruder. There's a lot of guys. I see that every day. There's nothing new to me. I see it every day.
What is it like to play in this game?
It's great. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. God just gives us the opportunity. So much negativity going on, outside of this circle. Just so much going on, but it's just a blessing to be out here in such a positive atmosphere with thousands of people.
How do you guys go about your business this week and keep it the same and keep it just like every other game and not let the kind of the outside hype get to you?
The same way we've done it the last 8 weeks. The same exact way. it's just every game is a life of its own. And on Saturday at around 9 o'clock, this week will be totally irrelevant, you know. So it's just about making it a life of its own, you know. Staying in the moment, staying in the moment.
Ramon, what do you remember most about your freshman year down in Norman, that Bedlam game?
Freshman year, Norman.
You guys won down there.
My memory in that game, number one, Ben Grogan's field goal. That's a great one. And then lining up next to Trey, Kevin Peterson, Jordan. You know, that secondary. You know, I still talk to Kevin and Jordan every day. Just lining up with Trey. You know, like I said, we talked about this yesterday. You know, just that whole freshman year as a whole was just a great experience.
What was it like playing in that game? I mean, obviously the crazy game, you guys came from behind and go to overtime and win down there. What was it like playing in that?
It was great. You know, I didn't understand the hype at the time. You know, it was just another football game to me, honestly. And then I was just living, just having fun, enjoying football. So it was a great experience.
And also the win made you guys bowl eligible. I mean, kept the season alive. How much does that help progress this program forward the last 3 years?
You talking about winning that game to beat Boyd? Just a great experience for the guys on the team. It gave us an opportunity to give our seniors that year another bowl game, such as like Larry Stevens. We had Furman, Castleman. You know, Castleman had a great bowl game. He enjoyed it. You know, Furman enjoyed it. It's just been able to see those guys for another month, just being with those guys.
Do you remember the punt return by Tyreek?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Were you watching on the sidelines probably? Or
no, I was in the game.
Were you? Okay.
I was in the game, yeah. My guy actually ran past me, and Tyreek didn't. I don't know why he didn't touch Tyreek. I don't know. I was beat, and then he just didn't touch Tyreek. So it is what it is. Tyreek, everyone knows, fastest man in the world. So he does what Tyreek does.
What was it like watching him from behind run away? What were you thinking?
I don't even know. I can't remember what I was thinking. I just know Stearns put somebody on their back. Stearns put somebody in the dirt. That's what I remember.
Thanks, Ramon.
Yes, sir.
I'm guessing there's been, at some point, maybe it was in August camp when you were going ones-on-ones, that you and J.D. King probably ended up butting heads, physically, not mentally. But
I know what you're talking about.
Is it?
That's not even what happened. It wasn't one-on-ones. It was a scrimmage.
Okay.
And he ran along the sideline, and I came in, tried to hit him. I hit him. I felt it, but I hit him. So it's crazy. I haven't thought about that. Y'all discuss that? He told you about that or something?
No.
I hit him on the sideline, and I felt it. Trust me, I felt it. So I tell him every game, can't nobody tackle you one-on-one.
Was that kind of the moment you realized that it's sitting